of flood victims are now taking the city of San Diego to court over the damages to their homes from the January 22nd storm.
CBS 8's Kelly Hessedal joins us live from South Crest with what's new in this lawsuit, which was filed on behalf of nearly 300 plaintiffs. And one of those plaintiffs is saying this afternoon. Kelly.
That's right, and plaintiff Greg Montoya lives here in South Crest. Now, this is actually the second time he sued the city over flood damage to his home, but this time he's joined by nearly 300 of his neighbors. Now, he says instead of spending all this money on bike lanes, the city should have spent the money on maintaining the storm drains.
It's like saying, I got a hole in my roof, but I'm going to put a new kitchen in. Shouldn't you fix the roof first? So I don't understand the logic of Todd Glory in the city council. There is no logic to it. How could you put in millions and millions of dollars in bike paths knowing that the storm drain system is inadequate? Here I am on West Beta Street, cleaning the only storm drain that we have.
And here is some cell phone video of Montoya in March, 2 months after the devastating January 22nd flooding. Here he is working to clear the storm drain on Beta Street during another storm. So this video was taken after the city cleared the channels from all the trees and debris. Montoya says the problems have not been fixed. Now, the lawsuit states it is the city's responsibility to maintain the flood channels that flow into Chollas Creek, and the city failed to do this. Some residents have told me they've been complaining about this for decades. The plaintiffs in this case allege that city engineers told the city as far back as 2016 that the South Chollas Creek channel needed maintenance. They claim the city was negligent, that they knew the flood channels posed a serious risk, but failed to do anything about it. So they are suing for $100 million.
We have clients that were they lost everything. We have some clients that were hospitalized because they were trapped in the flood water. We have clients that are still in hotels. We have businesses that were shut down.
And so that was attorney Evan Walker, one of the attorneys on what's called a mass tort lawsuit. And he tells me this is just the beginning. There are more people who are coming forward. He says several other lawsuits are going to be filed against other defendants, including the county of San Diego, the city of Coronado, where he says there are other flood victims. He says even though Southeast San Diego was ground zero, many people throughout the county were affected. So back out here live, the city has not been formally served with this lawsuit yet. So a spokesperson for the city attorney's office told me that they do not comment on pending litigation. But I can say that in the past, the city has said, no storm drain system in the entire world could have been able to handle the amount of rain we received that day. However, Montoya says that's the same argument the city used back in 2019, and that case ended in a settlement. Heather and Carlo.
Hey, Kelly, so where do we go from here with this? Do you know what happens next in the case?
Yeah, and so this one is going to take quite a while, probably several years. So first what happens is they'll get what's called a case management conference, and then after that they'll be getting a court date, but that court date is likely not even going to be for a year from now. So Walker says it's possible that this could all be combined into what's called complex litigation, because there are going to be so many lawsuits all surrounding the same kind of thing. But bottom line, this case is going to be weaving its way through the court system, likely for several years.
And that's not anything that any of those flood victims need to hear. Kelly Hessedal reporting live for us. Thanks, Kelly.